Hey guys, Jen here. If you see Art of Animation Resort behind me, you know what I'm here for, another resort tour. And there is a ton of construction going on, so follow along. So when you first enter the main lobby of the hotel, you're gonna notice it's like halfway gone right now. It is completely behind construction tarps, and most of the waiting area and walking area is now gone. And not only does it go halfway out, it goes all the way down, all the way to the end of the lobby area, and goes down towards the big blue pool, basically. And then the construction wall goes all the way down to the exit doors for the big blue pool. And the doors on the right-hand side are actually shut down as part of the construction. The arcade is still open, however, they did make a kind of construction tunnel that you have to walk through to access it. And you can't really see what they're doing, but they have construction walls up just everywhere right now. And then just past the arcade, the restrooms are also still open, however the same. They have a construction tunnel. And here, not only is there a construction tunnel, but the construction covers the whole area. They have ripped out the flooring, they just taped some temporary rugs down. Everything's covered up while they're repainting, so the water fountains are not usable. There's painter's tarps everywhere, just covering all the lower portions of the walls. First stop, the ink and paint shop. Now here is set up similar to Pop Century, where you walk through the store to get to the food court, which is called Landscape of Flavors. This is one of my favorite stores in all of the resorts just because of the design, because it's all like paint bottles, and I love how it goes through like the color wheel. It's just a fun store. Alright, so I found some of the Art of Animation Resort merch. First up is a ladies t-shirt. It has Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian on the front, and just says Disney's Art of Animation Resort on the back. This is $35. Then they just have a tie-dye Art of Animation Resort that covers Lion King, Cars, and Little Mermaid. And this is $25 because it's just a regular t-shirt, and it is plain on the back. They also have the Art of Animation Resort hat. This is it's weird. It's just elastic. So it's like a fitted, but it's not specific sizes. It's kind of like a one-size-fit-all. And it is $27.99. They also have a Disney's Art of Animation hoodie. Ooh, this is nice and soft. It's not a real long one. It's not a traditional length for a hoodie for the waist, but it is, and it's also a little bit cheaper. It's $49.99. I do like the kids style Art of Animation Resort, where the adults, the drawings are in black, like pencil sketch. It's colored for the kids. Lion King's green, Nemo is blue, and Cars is red and yellow. And this for the kids is $19.99. They also have the Art of Animation Resort coffee mug. And this has all 4 sections on it. Ariel's yellow, Lion King's green, Nemo's blue, and Cars is red. And it even looks like dripping paint on the top. This is $13.99. I really like this one. This is a really kind of funky little magnet. It has Little Mermaid on it. This is Art of Animation Resort, and it's red, so it is $9.99. And these I love. I love these tiny prints. I have a couple. The ones I have are framed. This one, oh, this is actually considered an ornament. You could totally hang this on the wall. It's an Art of Animation Resort canvas, and this is $15. I really like this one. Then they have the Disney's Art of Animation Resort keychain. Now this is a metal keychain. This has some weight to it, so you'd have to be careful. It is $9.99. Then they also have this bucket of pens. They do all say Disney's Art of Animation. They're actual pens, but they look like a paintbrush in green paint. Very cool, and they are $7.99. They also have the Art of Animation photo frame, which will hold a 4x6 or 5x7, and it is $24.99. And here is the Girls Art of Animation Resort t-shirt. I love this design. It's like a pink and blue tie-dye. It's got some orange and yellow. And like the main characters are all in color here. And again, $24.99. And real quick, I want to give a huge thank you to the Farrington family who just stopped and said hello. I love meeting you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday here in the States. And I will put a picture in right here. Guys, you know how excited I get over pins. They have a new Toy Story 4 mystery pin collection. There are 2 randomly selected pins per box, and they're all like little character posters. I love this. They only have one, oh man. And it is $14.99 for the box. I can't remember, I don't think I've showed this one yet. They have a new limited release Little Mermaid magic band for the 30th anniversary. And for the 30th anniversary, that's really awesome. And I love the light blue color. And this one is a B, so it is $29.99. And because this is the animation resort, they do have a lot of art here that you can buy. They're all different prices, from 1 up to 7 characters. And for these ones, these are all hand-drawn. As a matter of fact, there was a sketch artist here. I gotta see if he's still here. So here we go. So the character artist is here from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So they're probably in and out of the booth actually drawing. And then they have how to draw classes at 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. I wonder if I'll still be here for the 11 a.m. So after talking to one of the cast members, they are completely out of the resort pins for Art of Animation. So they're so I can't show you because they haven't come in yet, the new ones. So I'll have to keep checking back, and as soon as I find them, I will show you guys what it looks like. Now we're gonna head into Landscape of Flavors, which is their quick service food court. And here in the food court in Landscape of Flavors, they have the Art of Animation tagged collectible pennies. They have Ariel, Lion King, or Ariel, Simba, and Mater. So when you first walk in, right to the left is the On The Go, which is all your quick grabs. They have the birthday cakes if you need it, snacks and stuff. Then they have the bakery, which they don't have many cupcakes. It looks like they only have 1 cupcake right now, and it's just a vanilla one. One cool thing that they have here is they do have an actual, they offer gelato. So you can get gelato here just like you can at Coronado. I guess because this is the Art of Animation Resort, they don't have Mickey waffles here. They have character-shaped waffles. So you can get, looks like they have Nemo, Flo, and Mater. So they're kind of split up a little wonky here. So they have the pancakes all the way to the right. Then we go to the omelet station, then we have a beverage station, then we have the French toast, and then we have the waffles. So it's a little bit backwards from a lot of the other resorts. So it is currently a madhouse in there, so kind of gonna skip walking around and showing it. I will show it a little bit later once the breakfast crowd clears out. Words are hard today, guys, sorry. So we'll revisit that once it calms down a little bit. So in order to access the big blue pool, because this is the only pool on property that has music underwater, and it is a heavily themed pool, they do require a resort key. You have to tap your magic band or your card to actually get in and access the pool. And then just to the right of the pool is the drop-off, which is their poolside bar. Doesn't open until 11 a.m. so I'm here early, so it's still closed. And I love how it's the little fish that gave Marlin and Dory directions. They also do have, just kind of at the end of the building when you come out of Animation Hall to the left of where you would go into Animation Hall, they do have an inside airline check-in area where you don't have to stand in line in the heat and the sun, where you actually can walk into a air-conditioned building to check your bags. And I am starting off to the right, well, because 1, I always do, and 2, I have never set foot in Radiator Springs, and I am so excited, guys. You have no idea. So I was completely right when I was in Utah. because that says Ornament Valley, and Monument Valley is in Utah, and that looks just like the hills I saw, except I wasn't in actual Monument Valley, but I went through a section that looked exactly like that, and I was like, this has to be where they got the inspiration for Cars. And I love that they've recreated all of the cars from Cars, so you can take pictures with all of them. Oh, I love this. And the walkway to enter is like a street. It's an actual paved street, and they even have the electrical poles and the old-fashioned light posts. Oh, I'm loving this. So this is awesome. I didn't understand what this sign said until I saw the rest of them. So it's made or used it, dang near fainted, looked like he had just been painted. And it's a whole bunch of billboards for Rusty's, but they're really tiny billboards. They have Ramon, they have Flo. Oh my gosh, and the building. Oh, this is so cool here. All right, so each building is a different character store, or I guess, yeah, we'll go with store. That's what I can come up with for the best. So to the left is building 3, which is the Luigi's Casa della Tires. And not only is Luigi hanging out, but so is Guido. And I will never, ever, ever forget his name again after getting this question wrong at trivia with the Brookharts. And I love that they have the playground rubber here, because this is great for the kids to run around with. They're not going to get hurt if they fall. The tire brand is Fettuccine Alfredo. They also have Alfredo, Latte, Blanca Maxima, and Crema. These are amazing. And I love that not only is it street themed, but it's specifically Route 66 themed. So you get to meander down Route 66 to head to and from Radiator Springs. I love this. Greetings from Radiator Springs, gateway to the Ornament Valley. And it's all postcards themed after the movies. This is pretty darn awesome. It's the little things that get me super excited. And Cars Building 1 is Tow Mater's Towing and Salvage. And I love how it's all like rusted looking. And Tow Mater's here to greet us. I love these little rusty old metal little car ornaments, because when I was in, sorry, I'm going to reference Utah heavily in this section. When I was in Utah, when we stopped at Hole in the Wall, which was that little tourist trap we stopped at, they had a whole bunch of these funky little things that they had made that were all little metal things. So just, I love this because it's awesome. It's Cars themed, but it's so nostalgic. It literally takes you back to vacations you've taken over the years. All the feels. Hey Mater, I met one of your inspirations. I met the real you when I was in Utah. And now we're gonna take the long way around to show building 2, and then we will come back and show the pool. Next, we're coming up on Sarge's Surplus Hut. This building is closed. I believe this is a cast member building, but Sarge is still outside, and it is still like heavily themed, and I love how it's like the AA gun is shooting. And then building 2 is the actual Wheelwell Hotel. So, and this building looks like it might be under renovation, because those windows are all taped out and they have like the permits in the windows. So I wonder if they're doing work on this building. And hanging out in front of the Wheelwell Motel, we have Sally and Lightning McQueen. And they even have some old gas stations. And let me tell you, gas was really cheap back then. I don't know if you can even see that because of how like stained and old this glass is, but gas was computed at 29.9 cents per gallon. So it does look like they're doing some major renovation. It looks like the entire right side of the Wheelwell Hotel is under construction. So it does not look like any of those rooms are available at this time. One of the main reasons I came in here was to show you the light fixtures. They are traffic cones. This is gorgeous. I love these. So this entire wing, all 4 floors are currently under construction, so none of them are available right now. And then we also have Fillmore's Organic Fuel. It's awesome, baby. And Fillmore's just hanging out. I love it. Now this staircase is an amazing billboard. It is gigantic, and it is for Luigi's Leaning Tower of Tires. And in between buildings 2 and 3, there's actually a path that takes you out to the running path and Hourglass Lake. So if you are in building 2 or building 3, this path will be the fastest way for you to get to the Skyliner, which as soon as I find a break in the trees, I will show you. So if you do wind up in the back of building 2, you will have a really great view of the construction area, because that's where they have all their setup. But it's not, surprisingly, not very loud, which is good, because they're like all working out and I can barely hear them. So that's like super nice. So you're not gonna have to deal with that noise inside like some of the other resorts that are currently under construction. Get out of the way of the cart. So right here is where I just came out of. And then you look right over here, there is the Gondola Station, the Skyliner Station, and that is Pop Century Resort. So it is a very short walk if you go the back way to get to the gondolas. And because they haven't changed the signs yet, to get to the Skyliner, you want to follow for the Generation Gap Bridge, because the Gondola Station is actually on the bridge. And similar to Pop Century, they have little fun facts the entire walk the back way. So did you know everything in the world for the film was inspired by cars? Flowers are made of taillights and car fins. The airplane vapor trails are tire tracks, and the insects are all Volkswagen Beetles. That's cool. Now this is interesting. Ham anyone? Mack, a classic long-haul truck, is voiced by John Ratzenberger, the only actor whose voice is heard in every one of Pixar's feature films. That's a pretty cool claim to fame. So I'll head in a minute, but this is the outside of the Cozy Cone pool, and the cabanas are all traffic cones, and I love that. Oh look, they even have little antennas on them. Until I saw the spark plugs, I didn't even notice that the tops of the fence are all car parts. So the gates have spark plugs, and the top of the gates are bolts. No, these are nuts. Are nuts. That's so awesome. So I touched on the Cozy Cone Motel already. The pool is themed after the Cozy Cone Motel. So you enter the pool when you're coming in the main entrance through the office and lobby of the Cozy Cone Motel. Alright, and down this hallway we have bathrooms, men's and women's. There are the water fountains if you need to refill your refillable mugs with water. And they also have vending machines. Then they also have the laundromat here. That does require a magic band to get in, and I just love the doors. And even the sign for the pool is completely themed. Very, very cool. And like I was saying, all the cabanas are themed for the Cozy Cone Motel, which was an actual like drive-in motel, which is why there's antennas on the top in the movies. And again with the details, something you can't always notice in the movies, but they have their actual license plates. Like Ramon is from Carburetor County and his is Low and Slow. Now we're gonna meander back down Route 66 and head towards the big blue pool. And for our walk, we have another set of billboards. Think Sheriff Slow. You won't get busted. Think again, cause he's not rusted. Rusties. I bet you this section looks absolutely amazing at night. As you walk down Route 66 to just the street lights, and then Luigi's, I bet you all his lights light up. Oh, someday we'll stay in one of the family suites. And then I love that they just have a nod to those bluffs that look like the hood ornaments on the cars. So I made it right out of Radiator Springs, and now I'm heading towards the Finding Nemo section and the big blue pool. And on the side of the drop-off, they do have restrooms, male and female, and they have a laundry as well as a hair wrap station. And actually here at the drop-off, if you have one of the resort refillable mugs, you can refill them right here without having to go all the way back into Animator's Hall. So it's really nice if you're at the pool and you're all wet, so you don't have to go into the air conditioning and take a chance of slipping and falling. Now, something cool to note is over by the kids splash pad, there is a zero entry section by the big jellyfish. So most of the pool is not zero entry, but over where those big jellyfish water features are, that's where the zero entry is. And I love how heavily themed these buildings are. It has the sharks on it, has a whole bunch of fish swimming around. It has big additions to the grasses that are like coral and anemones and all kinds of fun stuff that you would find under the sea. So one thing I didn't mention when I was in the cars area is the entire car section, the entire Nemo section, and the entire Lion King section are all family suites. So here's from the other end. Here is where the zero entry pool is. There is a small section of walkway, and then there is a giant Nemo themed splash pad for kids. And then Nemo 4, Mr. Ray is guarding the outside of this building. And I love how there's just a bunch of fish just swimming through all the grass. And then behind the pool, they have this very heavily themed playground. It has squirt on it, and it has a couple different slides and just things for little kids to play on. I love this. It's called the Righteous Reef Playground. So right in between building 4 and building 5 of Finding Nemo is the Gondola Station. So once this opens in about a month, officially opens on September 29th, but there's heavy rumors of soft openings in August for Galaxy's Edge. So there is a chance this station will open at the end of August, which is a month from now. We'll see. But regardless, building 4 and building 5 of Finding Nemo are the closest buildings to the Gondola Station. They're also the closest buildings to the big blue pool and the closest buildings to the front. And it looks like they've even put in 2 brand new bathrooms, which is pretty awesome. These are single person bathrooms, so they're unisex because only one person goes in at a time. They also put in water fountains. Now it is still blocked off. These aren't open yet. These aren't like fully ready to go, but they're getting there. And then since we're here, I guess we'll take a peek at Gondola and see how it's going. I love the art in these buildings. Now the other thing to note is that in the Wheelwell Motel, all the art is off the walls right now, so there's nothing up. I'm right by the elevators, and then in the Crush building, they have this, all the turtles surfing the EAC. It's this gigantic piece of art. It's kind of hard to focus on because it's a little dark, but they have these really cool pieces of art that almost look like a turtle shell. And they have 2, they have blue, and they have pink. And even the floor, the carpet, mimics the currents of the EAC. So it's like we're surfing along. So now to get to Lion King and Mermaid, I am going to take the back path for one so I can show you the stairwells, because I just love how they theme them. Like it's all a coral reef for the stairs for Nemo. And the second part was I want to be able to time lapse, because Little Mermaid's the furthest building. So time lapse from Little Mermaid to the Animator's Hall, and this way you're not seeing the same thing multiple times. And while the front of the buildings are all heavily themed, like with Nemo you saw, they had the fish on the walls and the outlines of all the sharks. On the back side, it's all just sketch pages, because this is the Art of Animation Resort, so it kind of shows the different ways they animated all the different characters. Now here's a cool little Easter egg fun fact. The mobile above the dentist's office exam chair is from Monsters Incorporated, and if you look carefully you'll see an M is for Monsters book on the table in the waiting room. I'm gonna have to go watch Finding Nemo when I get home.
Fish, they're my fish. Come on, go on, chew. Hello.
And the stairs on the back of the building are also really cool, because they're actual notepads with the sketches. Like here's Dory and Squirt, and we're gonna slowly go past Timon. And the Lion King backstairs are Timon and Pumbaa. Super awesome. Oh my gosh, that breeze is glorious. Oh. And then the inside backside of the Nemo building is all sketches of Dory. She's so cute. And then the stairs for Lion King are Pride Rock. And first we come up on Rafiki, welcoming us in. These buildings themselves aren't quite as heavily themed as the Nemo ones, but similar to Cars, they're just painted to theme the movie, so they have a big safari theme on them. And I love how right under Simba ruling over his dominion. They're playing Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I have to say, Simba makes a truly majestic photo op. They have so many fun little photo ops here. And a smiley happy Pumbaa is the elevator art for this side. Hey guys, are you aching? Yep, 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 for some bacon. Yep, 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 he's a big pig. Yep, 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 and you can eat a big pig too. Oi! And the lights here are jungle leaves. So this is awesome. And the floor, you'll see 3 sets of prints. You'll see 3 sets. Why is this so blurry? There we go. We have Timon, Simba, and Pumbaa. And they guide the way straight to the elevator. One other thing to take note here in the Lion King section, this is the only section of this resort that does not have its own pool. The other 3 sections each have their own pool. And even though they don't have its own pool in this section, they do have the elephant graveyard. It is not a full playground, but it is a little area that the kids can climb through and all. And that cave, I think it was that one I climbed through once with Kay, and I'll have to see if I can find the video. If I can, I'll insert it right here. Oh, I just walked right into the ceiling. Ow. But it's not a flat roof in there, and I totally almost knocked myself unconscious because I was like chasing Kay and going through it really fast, and I saw stars. I hit my head so hard. So here's Ed. This is the one I drew. I don't know, guys. Let me insert a little picture right here. What do you think? Did I do a good job? I don't think so. And then you can't be in the elephant graveyard without its overlord, Scar. I just feel like the happy upbeat music doesn't really go with this section. You think they would be playing like the theme of the elephant graveyard, like Be Prepared and stuff. But no, it's Coldplay. Now they're playing some actual Lion King music. Still doesn't really go with this section though. Hey Zazu, do you have the morning report ready for me? Anything? No report at all? Guess not. He doesn't really want to talk today. He's a little camera shy. Now we exit the family suite area and head into Little Mermaid. This is the furthest back portion of the property, and this is also where all the normal standard hotel rooms are. But before we actually get into the Little Mermaid, we're gonna make a right because I see some construction fences, so I want to see what's going on. Okay, I feel like I just entered the swamp. I feel like I'm back in Port Orleans at the Alligator Bayou because you can just smell the water and hear the bugs. But it looks like they have a temporary dock and a barge that must be part of the Skyliner. There must be something for the Skyliner because it looks like it's raised up so they can actually reach the lines and stuff of the Skyliner line. So I don't know how well you can see. I don't want to zoom in, and I think it's about to start raining. But that's actually not a temporary dock. That is a permanent structure. So I wonder if this boat will always be here, just in case they have to do any work on any of the lines. So this is just its new home for the Skyliner line here. And if you are driving your car here, please take note. A really good chunk of the Little Mermaid parking lot has been taken and reserved for construction. So I'd say probably about a third of the parking lot is currently blocked off and unable to be used. Coming into the Little Mermaid area, they have some more really great theming with these old, it almost looks like the mast of a ship with the lights on it. And they have lots of fun things. They have the dingle hopper photo op, a treasure chest, I don't remember what Scuttle called this, I'm sorry, the pipe. They have a giant beer stein. Now here's what I don't get. The dingle hopper, the stein, the pipe, they are all hugely over-exaggerated with size, right? And then Prince Eric's statue is just normal sized. So we're gonna start to the left just because that's the side I was facing. This is Little Mermaid Building 9. So it's 9, 8, and 7. And guarding Building 9 is King Triton. Now because these are standard hotel rooms, they're set up more like the All-Stars, where you just walk through It's not enclosed like the family suites. You went to an enclosed building, the hallways were air conditioned, they had the lights. This is all outside, just like the standard hotel rooms at All Stars and Pop. King Triton is very large and in charge, and I would not want to make him angry. I didn't even notice that before. It's his royal guard, and they're the ones who like blow their noses to announce his arrival. Building 9 is guarded, no, Building 8 is guarded by Ariel and Flounder, and they just look so happy. And then back here by the Little Mermaid, they do have, it's like a kelp or seagrass shaped pool. This is one of the quiet pools. Because this is the furthest away from the big blue pool, this pool tends to stay very busy because a lot of people don't want to walk all the way up to the other one. And Ariel's building is themed with the characters from the song Under the Sea. And they have the singers and the players, the horn players. And it's just pretty awesome. I wish they were playing the music, but it's quiet back here. And even though this isn't a traditional photo op, you can still, like, there's a spot here you can stand. I think there used to be a bench here where you could take a fun little picture, and I'll put mine in right here. Then back here at the Little Mermaid pool, they also have a men's room, a women's room, and in the middle is the laundry. And then Building 7 is guarded by my girl, my favorite villain out of all of the buildings, Ursula. And then right outside of the pool, they have Sebastian in his conductor's chair where he was conducting the orchestra at the very beginning of the movie when Ariel never showed up. So I'm not technically at the furthest point the Little Mermaid building is, but I'm going to start my time lapse right here because this is the furthest from Animator's Hall in the front, so we're going to see how long it takes. Now I don't have my phone with me, but the camera itself counts up the time, so I will know exactly how long it takes because the camera will time it for me. And time starts now. Exactly 5 minutes, which really isn't that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot further, but yeah, not bad. So I've come back into Landscape of Flavors just to show you a little bit more in depth of the decorations. It is split into sections. So this is the Lion King section, and it just has artwork of all the landscapes, all the different landscapes that were used in the movie. And it's just nice to be able to see this because a lot of this detail you're not paying attention to in the movie because you're too busy watching the action. Next we'll head into Cars, and because Cars is in the center, it is two-sided. So there's stuff on the front and the back, kind of like the outside. And they are different, they're not all the same. This is what we were talking about where they do the tire tracks for the sky, how they use Cars for everything. And what's really cool is each section has its own little drink station. So Lion King has one, this has one, there's one on the back for Little Mermaid, for Nemo, sorry, Nemo's first, then Little Mermaid has one as well. Finding Nemo's really cool because the big blue pool's right outside, so the windows are also themed, and this light is the fish swimming around. I love this one. It's just a big print of the drop-off, and look how tiny the fish look compared to it. And Little Mermaid's is cool because it's different. The outside of it is the top of the sea, and the inside is her cavern. Very cool. So it looks like their special burger here is a surf and surf burger. So it's crab cake and popcorn shrimp with tomato, lettuce, and Cajun remoulade on a brioche bun served with french fries for $14.29. And it says they have a magical mermaid tail cupcake. I'm gonna have to see if they put it out yet. Then they just have the basics, build your own pasta, they have pizza, just regular burgers, chicken fingers, they do have grilled cheese. And then this is just the sandwich and salad stations where they just have your basic turkey, pulled pork, they have different salads, they even have a create your own salad station here. Wow, so they almost completely change it between breakfast and lunch. So there's all different stuff out now. So now they have just the regular cupcake. The sprinkle cupcake. This is some, I don't know what any of this stuff is. They're different whoopie pies. I see that. It stinks that I don't know what any of this stuff is. But they have a Lion King cupcake, but I don't know what flavors it is. Just a traditional Mickey ear cupcake. And then there is the mermaid tail. And then before we head out to check out the buses, we'll give you one last look at the construction in the lobby. Yikes. And then we head out these doors here, and that'll show us where all the buses are for the parks. So the bus setup is similar to like Pop and the because it's a Value, they're all set up the same basically. So it goes Magic Kingdom, then Hollywood Studios, Epcot, then Animal Kingdom and Blizzard Beach, and then Disney Springs and Typhoon Lagoon. Although I do like that here, the lines are completely covered, where at All Stars they're not. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you can see the cars going over, but that's the new entrance to Hollywood Studios. Really, really cool that it kind of goes like right through the resort. All right, well that's going to do it for me here for our tour of Art of Animation Resort. If you like these videos, please click that subscribe button, tap the like, and ring that notification bell so you always know when a new video is headed your way. Thank you so much for watching, and now we're on to the next adventure. Bye guys!